want to talk to you a little bit about bolstering. So when we're laying down on our back, it's really important that we get our alignment really good and optimal. And it will really depend on the tension that you have in your neck, in your shoulders and your upper back, how that looks for you. So come to lie down on your back, and let's have our knees bent and our feet flat. Just take a moment for your spine to settle into the floor here. And then I want you to be aware of the position of your head. So notice if your chin is pointing up towards the ceiling, and can you lower your chin down to try and get your chin and your forehead kind of on the same level. Now if that's not available to you, I want you to grab yourself a little cushion, a little folded towel, or something that you can pop under your head to try and get that level face, level with the ceiling. Now the next thing I want you to look at is where your rib cage is. So find your rib cage and notice whether your rib cage is kind of thrusting up towards the ceiling, and if your ribs are higher than your hips. Yeah? If your ribs are higher than your hips, can you try and relax your ribs down, which means the back of the rib cage will then be anchored onto the mat and your rib cage and your pelvis will be level. So have a little play with that. So notice whether the shoulder blades and the back of the rib cage is anchored on the mat, and then have a little feel as your rib cage and your pelvis on the same level. And if it's not, again, you're going to bolster yourself. You're going to grab yourself a cushion, a towel, whatever you need, and you're going to lift yourself up high enough so that those ribs can relax down. I'm going to grab a cushion. And you can play around with this. So maybe you just need it just under your head to get your head in the right position. But then if your ribs are still not right, maybe it needs to be a little bit lower. So maybe you need something under your shoulder blades and your head, which will allow your ribs to relax down. So we're looking to have ribs anchored down, level with pelvis, and your forehead and your chin on the same level and kind of parallel to the ceiling. So what we don't want is we don't want that head in that position, and we don't want the ribs in that position. If you have any questions about this, if I've not explained that well enough for you, drop me a message, let me know, and I'm more than happy to have a chat with you about it.